Hi guys, I just want to give you a really quick tour on why I think my Flourish paste is amazing and why I think you guys are going to love it. So I've now got 4 colours. We've got Wild Rose here, which is a gorgeous, beautiful pink. We've got the first one that came to town, which was Flourish Paste Snowflake. She's a slightly thicker flake than the other 3. And then we've got Caspian Sea. She's a Flourish paste which is highly pigmented, so she will stain your fingers if you don't wear gloves. And we have got Valley of the Kings, which is the gorgeous gold, which I think is going to be super, super popular. So let me show you how I like to work with them. So this one is Caspian Sea and this one is Valley of the Kings, and as you can see, if you've got a mould then you've made a resin creation and it's engraved or embossed and you want to just infill, Flourish Paste is going to do that really, really well for you. It is super UV tolerant, it is hard wearing, so it's not going to fall off, it's not going to pick off, it's not going to scratch off, it's super, super resistant, and it can be used in all of your crafts. So I've used it here on my Christmas decorations, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've got a very well loved, nearly empty pot of gold here. So I'm just going to take myself a lollipop stick helping, and then I'm going to take my bauble. Let's do it on a bauble that has already been done but has blue Caspian on it. I just want a little bit of a gold accent on the right hand side. All I'm going to do is take a wet wipe. I'm just going to use my finger, to rub it in. I'm going to take a wet wipe and just give it a little brush away. Let's do that again. So I've got a helping of gold. I'm just going to use my finger to just get it into all the engraved details of my piece. Be careful if you've had your nails done, because it sticks to anything, so it will stick to your nails. So don't be like me and just skip the gloves stage. Look at that. So pretty. And you can see on this one, because it's had blue underneath and the blue is more so pigmented than the others, it's turned that gold into hints of green. It's so pretty. It's perfect on your eco-pour creations. So I had an embossed pot mould here and I've just gone over it with the blue and the green, and all I've done is literally taken my gold, popped it on my piece and just kind of rubbed it in. For a rustic effect, I just make sure that I just don't do the whole pot. I leave some of the eco-pour showing. So pretty. Here's an eco-pour pumpkin. You can see here that some of that stain, what we call in the art world permanence, from the pigment in the blue has been left on our pumpkin. So it's quite nice. If you've got a white or a plain colour and you just want to give it that greeny blue shimmer, you can do. I've used Snowflake on this one and Caspian on that one. Really pretty. We've got Wild Rose on this one and Valley of the Kings, and that's on the gorgeous beautiful orange, wild orange eco-pour pigment. So let's have a little go on a section of my Monstera leaf, and be sure to rub it all in so you don't waste any, but it'll go a long way. And I find just gently rubbing my fingers over all the indentations of your piece will really help ensure that the Flourish paste gets in. And you can always do more than one coat if you want it really, really intense. Look at that. Little accents on your piece. I might try a little bit of the Caspian on this end. And you can leave it a couple of minutes to set, but I would probably consider taking it off your resin creation pretty soon before it has chance to stick to all of your piece. It's great for edges as well, so if you want to just do some nice textured edges. On your coasters, for example, that would be really clever, really nice. I'm going to use Flourish Paste Snowflake for a beautiful finish on a coaster that I've recently made. So when you get your pot, you're going to want to give it a really good stir. They are very full, I've put lots in there for you. Give it a really good stir because the sparkles separate from the binder. And then what you're going to do, I'm going to give my hands a clean, and I'm just going to carefully add some sparkles to my coaster edge. I really love the thick textured sparkles on the edge of a coaster, so I'm going to do that all the way around, being very careful not to add too much that it drips, but if it does, just give it a wipe off. You can also bring it up onto the side if you want to put some crystals or nuggets or any textures that you've got, and that is definitely going to stay put. It's not going anywhere. It's important to remember as well, Flourish Paste has a unique special UV binder in it, which means it has a shelf life of between 3 and 5 months, depending on how long you leave your lid open. So be sure to always put back your lid when you're not using it. The oxygen will get to it. And I'm just going to push with my wipe to the edge so I get a bit more of a tidy finish. And then I'm going to give that a few hours to dry. And I could do a second coat. I could come in with some other colours as well. I also want to use it for my beach art. And I want to put some little textured waves around the land here. And you'll do a much neater job than I. But you can take your finger and just dab it so it looks a little bit more realistic. But you get this beautiful frothy shoreline on your work. You can also do your edges. If you've got drips on there and you just can't face removing them, I like to just dab my edges with 2 or 3 coats just to cover it up. But you get quite a good opaque finish for a 1 coat of Flourish Paste. So Snowflake is slightly bigger flakes for bigger indentations on your pieces, and then the other 3 are a much finer flake. Caspian Sea has a bit of a blue pigment in it too. It doesn't have to just be the resin world, guys. Flourish Paste is a mixed media paste, so it's going to be great for all of your crafts. Card making, scrapbooking, mixed media, whatever you want to put your hand to. Flourish Paste is going to just add to your essential stash in your craft box. It's just so pretty. Look at that. Let's put a little bit of gold in there as well. Something special happens with the gold and the blue together. Look at that. Great for polymer clay too. I like having it on the edges of my clay makes. I'm going to put some texture. I'm going to put some texture here on my ghost. And it's great for layering as well. Cute! Great for all your crafts, guys, but particularly special for all those Christmas makes that are coming up.